it's me Crystal from Marching North, and today I'm going to show you 5 half hitch knot patterns. The first pattern is an alternating half hitch mesh. Take the left cord and you're going to hold it in front of the cord next to it in an L shape. Then wrap it around behind and you're going to pull the end through that loop. Then you're just going to tighten it up loosely, so don't pull it super tight. You can get a different look depending on how you tighten it, but I'm just going to leave it right there. And then you repeat the same thing with the rest of the cords going across. Now we're going to do the next row. We're going to skip this first cord and then start with the second. And do that same thing where you hold it in front of the next cord in an L shape and just wrap it around and pull the end through. And again, just loosely secure it there and don't pull anything too hard or you could undo the knots above it. And just be real gentle and continue that all the way across. You'll also be skipping the last cord. Now for the next row, we're starting again on the left and just doing the same thing again. Just being careful not to pull all of our other rows out of whack. This pattern looks really cool in a wall hanging, but it's not a very secure mesh, so you wouldn't want it to bear any weight, but for decorative purposes, it works really good. This next alternating half hitch mesh is the same thing, but we're using 2 cords. So you take the 2 cords on the left and bring them around the 2 cords next to them. And just be careful to stack the cords how you want them to lay. I wanted to make sure they weren't twisted or anything. So this does take just a little bit of maneuvering to get everything laying the way you want. But again, just don't pull it too tight. And that's the first one, and you just repeat with the other 2 sets of cords. Then for the second row, we'll skip this first cord and start here on the second one. And you're just gonna bring it in front of the one next to it and wrap it around and loop it over. And again, just make sure the cords stack up nice and neat and that you don't pull the row above it out of whack. For the next row, go ahead and start back all the way on the left and repeat going all the way across. I really like this pattern because I think it looks like waves or like an ocean kind of, and it looks really neat in wall hangings and like macrame wall hangings. It's a good idea to do this kind of a pattern in between a couple of rows of double half hitch knots or something so they secure it in place. Now we're going to do a half hitch spiral. So you just take one of the cords, and I'm taking the one on the left, and you're going to wrap it around and bring the end through to do a half hitch. And then you just keep repeating that. A lot of times you'll see this pattern in friendship bracelets, but it looks really cool in wall hangings and plant hangers as well. Next up is a half hitch chain. So what you're going to do is take the left cord and cross it in front, bring it around and pull it through the loop to make a half hitch on the left side. And then you switch cords and you use the right cord to cross it in front of the left, bring it around and pull it through the loop on the right side. And you just repeat that going back and forth with the cords and it'll make this cool chain pattern. Now we're going to do a half hitch chain mesh. So to start over on the left, you're just going to make 4 alternating half hitch chains just like we did before this. So on the left, then on the right, and then do another one on the left and another one on the right. Then you're going to repeat that across with each cord set. Then you're going to skip the first cord and do the second and the third cord, doing the same thing. Do 4 alternating half hitch knots, leaving a little bit of space between the row above it and the first knot. It's about 1 inch of space, I'd say. You can vary this up and leave a little bit more space or a little bit less, and also you could do more or less chains to get a different look. Then repeat that across, and then for the next row, you're going to go back and do the same thing with the first and second cord, doing 4 alternating half hitch knots, and you're going to repeat that all the way across. This pattern makes this cool diamond mesh pattern that I think just looks neat and kind of reminds me of a trellis or something. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching!